Welcome to Episode 2.0 of Lumiq's Advisor Value Proposition. The future to holistic wealth management. In our previous video we mentioned about the risk of just depending on alpha in investment. Now let's talk about beta. What is beta? Beta is where you try to value add by creating a combination of investments into a single portfolio that gives you the best returns for the risk you're taking. Are you achieving more returns for the risk you're taking? Or are you taking less risks with the same or lower returns? Hi, I'm Kyle, a certified chartered financial advisor. How can you help your client achieve a stable return with risks managed? I usually explain beta to my clients just by showing them this chart. Here is a chart of different asset classes, a group of securities that had the same risk and return characteristics. Let's take a look at bonds. Bonds is a fixed income instrument, where you loan money to a company or government typically over a time period of 10 years at a fixed interest rate. When you invest in bonds, there are two primary risks. First is that a company will go bankrupt and can't pay you back. Well, thankfully for most big companies that's a fairly small risk. The second and bigger risk is that you're locked into the same interest rate for the next 10 years, but interest rates will fluctuate up or down after you're locked in. Take a look at this scenario. Jake bought Apple bond at 3% over the next 10 years. And 2 years later, bank's interest rate rise to 6%.
Hi Joanne, would you like to buy my Apple bond?
Why would I want to buy your bond? It's only paying 3% when I can get a brand new bond that is paying 6%. I'll consider buying the bond. If you lower the pricing up to where the 3% I get from Apple, plus the money I get from you, makes me a 6% returns.
However, risk on bonds can also be positive. If the situation is inverse, you bought Apple at 6% and current interest rate went down to 3%. Now, you hold the power to sell your bond at a higher price. In short, bond prices are inversely correlated with interest rates. When interest rates goes up, bond prices fall and vice versa. All in all, the risks of bonds are relatively low as I know when it matures and I can get back my investment. Now that you understand the basics of beta and the correlations of interest rates and bonds, check out our next episode 2.1 on stocks versus bonds and the advantages of a beta portfolio. Stay tuned to episode 2.1. Lumiq's Advisor Value Proposition. Beta 2.1.